Ooh, let's talk about this because it might not come to fruition, but it's entertaining to talk about it now. So we can look back and see if it remains accurate. Everybody's talking about the dinner, but the headline out of it is only one thing. Nazis got together to meet with the leader. But the most important headline, I think, all of this is this. One of the generals is challenging the Fuhrer. Yes, you heard me right. Ye went and told America's Hitler, you should be my vice president. And that's what upset the Fuhrer. That's why the screaming started. One of the generals wants to be the king. Now, here's where it gets good. For me, bad for the country, a nightmare for the Republicans. So far, the only declared candidacy for the presidency more than 2 years away, less than 2 years at this point now, a little less, is the dude we just fired 2 years ago. He has declared already that he wants to be president again, as though he did a good job. And then you have Ye all but declaring that he's running. He's got the 2024 hat. And he's got some very influential Nazi backers already that Trump has thrown under the bus. He's got the support of a Nazi general in Nick Fuentes. And apparently Milo Yiannopoulos. So Ye is saying, look, I want to be the new face of this American Nazi coup that we're running. You're too old to continue doing it. And Trump is probably really pissed about this. The Nazis are throwing him under the bus for a new, more vile, younger Nazi. Here's where it gets interesting. The Republican Party is a white, Anglo-Saxon male party. That's their base. That's who votes Republican. White men. And Trump is one of them. Ye is it. So a lot of Ye supporters will claim that they're going to back him as the new leader. But when push comes to shove, I don't think they will. Because we all know that Nazis are racist. They're sexist. So they won't necessarily back a woman over a man. So he's got that hurdle to climb, Ye does. And he'll also have the hurdle to climb that nobody in the establishment will support him. There won't be any Republican establishment members, senators, Congress members, DC insiders. None of them will support it. However, that might not be problematic. Because if you remember, in 2016, none of that was the case for Trump either. The establishment didn't support him back then. In fact, they were opposed to him. And yet, he still got the nomination. So, not having the very few adults left in the Republican Party in your corner is not an end-all, be-all to a lunatic running for their nomination. They've already proven that once. They can most certainly prove it again. Now, Ye does have some advantages here. He's well known as an artist. He has millions of followers, just like Trump. But he has a talent, a skill, whereas Trump doesn't have anything. And I think he's willing to do anything. And with Trump, I'm not certain if he's willing to do anything. He's willing to do a lot, but maybe not everything. Ye doesn't have any reservations. He's younger. He has youth on his side. You know, going back to something Candace Owens said when she got into a spat with Trump recently, she said Trump doesn't understand the internet. You know, you're thinking, what are going to be the debate issues that pull people one way or the other? In the Republican primary, we're not talking about the general society. Well, if I'm playing devil's advocate for Ye, here's what I would say. The issue Candace Owens brought up, the vaccine. Trump was responsible for speeding it up. He's pro-vaccination. Ye can easily say, I'm anti-vax. We should have never had a vaccine. We should have never had masks. No lockdowns. Ye can easily go as far off the cliff as he wants, because he doesn't have Trump's baggage. And Trump has a lot of baggage. So any nemesis running to overthrow the leader can use the leader's baggage. It happens all the time. Is that an argument that's going to resonate and get a lot of Trump supporters? I would say it is. A lot of them are anti-vax. There's a lot of conspiracy theories that spin off from it, that go into other ones. Ye is going to go with the QAnon shit. He's going to go full MAGA QAnon. Trump is sort of kind of kept it at a distance. Played with it and toyed with it. He goes there when he wants to. But Ye is going to go full cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. See, and why is a nightmare for the Republican Party? Because those two personalities, those two narcissistic, extremely narcissistic individuals, they're going to suck all the oxygen out of the room, whatever the Republicans are trying to do. You'll never know about it. You'll only hear what Ye and Trump are arguing about this week. Oh, it'll be the vaccine one week. It'll be Christianity the next. Oh, it's going to be so crazy. Because Ye says he wants to return back to the Bible. Now think about that. I'm like, which one? The old one or the new one? Or the new one that you all have been making up as you go? Which one? And doesn't that go against the Constitution and religious tolerance? To impose a religion on citizens by the millions who aren't religious at all? Doesn't that go against the Constitution? So if he says he's going to govern by the Bible, that's not according to the Constitution, because there's no Bible in the Constitution. So they're going to have that whole crazy argument on the right. How Christian do you want to get? Do you want to stone gay people to death? Yes. Okay, we'll keep that part. Do you want women to wear certain clothes and walk behind men? Yes. You want women not to be allowed to divorce? Yes. You want women to be slaves and property of men? Yes. This is them. I know Senator Casey in Louisiana said this is not the Republican Party. Yes, it is. Oh, it most certainly is the Republican Party. Look, I say it all the time. They created that monster. And now they got spin-off monsters of the original monster. Ron DeSantis might as well sit there in Florida and just be governor. He's not going to get any traction. He can't out-crazy the crazies. Remember, he's an imitation, a clone of Trump. He did everything Trump did and won as governor. Trump made it. And now he's going to have to go against Trump and Ye? Impossible. That's a two-man race. Ye versus Trump. And my money actually is on Ye winning it. Yes, I believe Ye could win the Republican nomination for president in 2024. That's how batshit crazy those people are. They're crazy. They're gone completely. That's why I tell you to stay away from it. This December, you gotta stay 20 feet away from it. Don't look at them. Don't say anything to them. But if they say something to you, or try to get in your space, you have my permission to do what's necessary. Oh, we're not accepting that clown shit we accepted for 2 years now in a row. No. We're not accepting that anymore. No, no, no. I'm not, and the rest of us shouldn't either. This might be our last month together. We might not even have another primary, let alone presidential election. I'm telling you, it's really looking bad out there. No, Ye can really win this. Because you have to understand, the Republican Party has gone completely Nazi. They've gone completely wholesale Nazi. And they pushed out anyone. They started doing this in the 90s with Limbaugh, calling Republicans who didn't support the extreme right rhinos. Republican in name only. You know, Abraham Lincoln would be a rhino nowadays. He was against slavery. Signed the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. The things that they talk about that are so great and noble that Lincoln did, they would call Lincoln a communist today. And a lot of people did back then too. The same people Ye is talking about had a problem with Lincoln back in the day. Same folks, different bodies, same mindset, same concept, philosophy, ideology. Nazism. And the Republican Party has gone full Nazi. The dinner was about measuring each other's dick sizes. We know Ye has a much bigger dick than Trump. Candace has remarked on it. Which I don't know how she would know, but she did leave remarks. I didn't make that up. It's true. So this is a pissing contest between these two Nazis. To see who can really be king of America. Ye thinks that he's Jesus. And Trump thinks that he's Jesus. They're completely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You know how you get in an elevator and you push 4, and the elevator stops on floor 2. You push 4 again, and it stays on 2. Why are we acting like the elevator goes to the top with either one of these individuals? They're both completely insane. Extremely dangerous individuals. Extremely. Deeply unwell. What did Trump describe Kanye as? A seriously disturbed young man. As though he's not a seriously disturbed elderly man. All the people there, Nick Fuentes, Milo Yiannopoulos, Kanye, Trump, they're all deeply unwell. They're all sick. Age really doesn't have anything to do with this type of sickness. This type of sickness is in the heart. It's a sickness of the heart. Heart disease. So much hatred for anyone who isn't like them. I'm just saying. Centuries of this bullshit. Centuries. Yeah, Ye can win. I mean, how do you one up somebody who's an anti-Semite? So Ye has got that vote in the bag. The people who are Nazis, hardcore Nazis, oh, Ye has got their vote. Ye is going to say Trump is waffling too much on the Bible and what the Bible says about people. He's going to run his campaign saying the Bible says this, the Bible says that, the Bible says this. Trump hasn't read the Bible. So he doesn't know what the fuck the Bible says. Oh, it's going to be a hoot and a holler to watch the insanity. It's real crazy. The Republican Party has driven themselves completely insane. Completely. There's no recovery. Even activists on the internet are saying the Republican Party is dead and they need a new party. They're calling it the New Republic Party. They're going to return back to the Constitution. Now, this is not to be confused with the 1776 Restoration Movement. This is another movement of predominantly white men wanting to lead America because they alone only can lead America. Everybody else is not capable of leading besides them. Conservatism What are they conserving? See, they never talk about this. What are they conserving? Themselves, their order, their rule, their wealth. We the people. Huh. Hey, in 1776, they had that written down, right? We the people. Were all the people afforded consent? That's a question for Ye. That's how I would start the debate with Ye. Hey, you said they were living by the Bible in the beginning of the country. When they genocided 60 million indigenous people, that's what you want to go back to? Oh, okay, genocide. See, that is a hallmark principle of Nazism, genocide. Remember, I'm not running for the presidency. I don't want to govern over Babylonians. You can't really govern over Americans. It's impossible. They're all too goofy. How can you govern a bunch of goofies? You can't. That's why they go from one goofy leader to the next with the Nazis. I mean, think about that. Trump telling Ye not to run. Even Ye said, has that ever worked in the history of the country? To tell someone who's running, don't run? Who does that? Somebody that's scared does that. Trump said Ye voters should vote for him. He would lose. But didn't the lunatic lose too? From Mar-a-Lago? Ye could fire back. He can say, you lost. And every time you open your mouth and did these Make America Hate Again rallies, you lose elections for the Republicans. Ye, I'm sure, would have an equally horrible track record. I'm trying to determine who would be a better nominee for the Republican Party. Trump or Ye? Oh, this is difficult. There's baggage on both of them. So much. You know, I don't think it's a bad idea for them to run as a ticket. I really don't. Trump, Ye. Ye, Trump, 2024. That'd be a hell of a ticket, I'm telling you. They would get millions of votes. Oh, yeah. You would see bumper stickers on pretty much every Ford F-150. Ye, Trump, 2024. Make America Christian again. Make America male again. Oh, yeah. Nothing says toxicity like that. But here's the problem. I don't think they would get even 20% of the female vote. I don't even think they crack the high 20s. So you're going to get men, because men are sick. Oh yeah, they're sick. We see it. You men, you're really sick. You really need to go and get therapists. They have it online now where you can do it from the comfort of your home. Talk to a woman. Share what's going on. Why you have so much hatred and anger. Why you're in a rage. Have a talking buddy. It helps. I'm not saying it'll solve the anger. But at least you'll have somebody to talk to. You know, they sit online and talk with each other. and just rile each other up with hatred. It's so sick and disturbing. They're deeply unwell. Even I can't fix that type of sickness. They say that there was a Savior that came and healed the sick. Jesus can't even heal your sick ones. You're sick. I'm telling you. I would tell Jesus, stay away. My advice to Jesus, don't come back. Are they still sick? Yeah, they're still sick. How sick are they? Sicker than ever before. No, you're sick. Americans, you're sick. You're sicker than sick. Sicker than sick. I don't even think the devil is as sick as Americans. You know how they say you shame the devil? You really do. Americans are sick. Especially the men. Oh my goodness, they're sick. It's terminal. I'm telling you. It's terminal. They're going to die in their rage. Everybody just sit back and watch. They're going to die in their rage. So much anger and hatred. Ye feeds off of hatred. And so does Trump. So they got that on lock. I don't know if any one of them can out-hate the other. Because they're both a bunch of haters. Oh, I can see Trump playing the race card though. Oh, yes, that's something that he would do. You know, yeah, you're black. You don't care about white people. Oh, he would say that in a debate. Yes, you believe me. He definitely would. And Ye might say, you don't care about anybody. White or black. Donald Trump. Oh, it's going to be a piece of work. Those two. You all haven't seen nothing yet. You see, it couldn't have happened to a nicer party. Nazis just ran up and took over the Republican Party. And the Republicans didn't even put up a fight. They tried to run up and take the country, and at least the citizenry put up a fight. They just took the Republican Party like a thief in the night. Straight up took it. Look, is it sad and tragic that we only have one political party with adults in the room who are normal, focused on governing, during crises, doing what's necessary? Is that sad? I don't know if I would use that terminology. It is the reality, and I think it's going to remain the reality. I don't know how anybody can vote Republican with what they see going on over there. A lot of people are leaving that party. They're saying, this is just too much. We're sick of it. They're not changing, so we're leaving. You know, everybody says the Democrats have maybe potentially 51 seats after this election. If Senator Raphael Warnock wins in Georgia, which we're hoping he does. But something tells me I think they're going to have more than that very soon. I can't imagine respectable people, regardless of their political affiliation, remaining in the Republican Party with Ye as their official nominee and spokesperson. If you think Liz Cheney likes or is planning to stay under Trump, you watch her race as quickly as possible to change her registration under Ye. No. I think a lot of people are going to say adios and sayonara to the Republican Party. I think a lot of people are going to get the tombstone out and start dating it very soon in the establishment. When your presidential contenders are Trump and Ye, I think that's about it. You don't even have to say anything else. Who wants to run against either one of them? Any sane-minded Republican. Who would want to do such a thing? You're going to have to constantly babysit them while you're on the debate stage. Tell them you cannot interrupt me. Oh my goodness. If Liz Cheney runs as a Republican in their primary against Ye and Trump, how much of a sentence, let's play a guessing game, how much of a sentence do you think they're going to allow her to finish before they interrupt, yell at her, tell her to shut up, and say she doesn't know what she's talking about? This is how they treat women. Nazis are not good with manners towards the opposite sex. So, if you're running against them, you're going to have to act as a babysitter. Tell them, do you have no manners? When someone is speaking, you don't speak over them. Both are ignorant. Ye and Trump are the most ignorant men in America. They are very much ignorant. And you know what they say about ignorance? It's bliss. So they think they're in heaven in their ignorance. These are two imbeciles and ignorant men, full of hatred and anger, toxic as fuck. No, it's going to be quite entertaining. I think Ye could get the nomination. I really do. Trump is losing a step. He said he doesn't know who Nick Fuentes is. Again, back to Candace Owens, he doesn't know how to use the internet. Who doesn't know who Nick Fuentes is? On the right. Marjorie has met with him. Paul Gazar has met with him. But Trump doesn't know, and he was the president. He's all over his social media platform, posting. He's one of the most prolific posters on Truth Social. And Trump doesn't know it. And then he's calling Joe Biden Sleepy Joe. Who's asleep? You don't know one of the most prolific Nazis in America? See, that doesn't bode well for him. He's missing a step. And Ye knows it. He can feel it. He's got the Nazi vote on lock, Ye. white, black, Mexican, indigenous, any Nazis. He's got it on lock. Now the evangelical Christians, that vote is more up for grabs. Because most of them are racist. And they don't like black people. Dislike is mild in comparison. They abhor black people. They hate them. Oh, yes, they do. We know. Believe me, we know. Anyway, Ye would have a hard time winning their vote. You're not going to vote for a black person. They're just not going to do it. Now, they'll come up with all different types of reasons as to why not. Well, Ye is an anti-Semite, and we don't believe in anti-Semitism. Yes, they do. There is an anti-Semitic as Ye is. So don't believe that lie. They just don't want to say they don't want to vote for a black person. Because they're anti-Semitic and racist and sexist. So they can't let one thing trump the other. And seeing as Trump fixed all the categories already, anti-Semitism, racism, misogynistic, they'll stick with Trump. But Ye is going to bring in voters who don't generally vote. And Trump knows this. He's going to bring in younger people who will just vote for Ye because he's a celebrity. And he's new. Trump is an old yesterday celebrity. It's like John Wayne running against Elvis Presley. Presley would have won in a landslide over John Wayne. It would have been a landslide. So he's a new celebrity. And a lot of young people will just vote for Ye because he's a celebrity. Ye knows this. Trump knows this. So he's going to bring in new voters. And a lot of African Americans will vote for Ye. Lots will vote for Ye in a Republican primary. Especially if the Democrats don't have any primary. They'll just go and vote for Ye. So with the Nazis, the African American vote, and a lot of young, youthful people, Ye could win a lot of states in the Republican primary. He can win a lot. He could go deep into the primary. And if it's just those two on stage debating, it's a jump ball, baby. It's 50-50. Because they're both going to say some crazy shit. How do you judge between the crazy and the crazy? People in the media are going to be saying, Ye said this, Trump said that. I'm like, and they're both crazy. Next story, please. But with Republicans, this is going to be interesting and really keen because they're going to be listening for who can be crazier. You see, in a primary, you play to your extreme bases. Ye's base is anti-Semites. Trump's base is anti-Semites and racists. Who can out-racist and be anti-Semitic the most? Now, there will be that contingency that votes for Trump because that's the devil they know, and they don't want to go to another. But I'm telling you, that primary is going to be close. Ye could win it. And then it puts the Republican establishment in a bind. Because they'll have to say, I'm either not endorsing either one of these two. And if it looks like Ye is starting to win, they're going to have to jump on the bandwagon with Trump because he's at least been president. But that might throw even more support to Ye because then Trump becomes establishment. And there's a lot of Republicans who are anti-establishment. It's going to get crazy. Bear in mind, the Democrats should govern, while the lunatics behave like lunatics. In a lot of cases, President Biden won't even have to commentate. The commentary will write itself. You know, they say never get in the way of an opponent who's determined to defeat himself. If they want to run Ye and Trump in their primary as a race to the rock, let them do it. It's to their detriment. They're going to have to try to out-Nazi each other, out-racist each other, out-sexist each other. That's why I hope there's someone like Liz Cheney who runs. So there's that third voice that can say, even if they don't have a chance of winning the nomination, that third voice can say, Republicans, did you just hear what these two individuals said? No, really, did you just hear? One says, I want to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. And the other says, I don't know who you are, but I'm inviting you in for dinner. Do you really want either of these two clowns? See, you need that voice of reason, even if it's not a reasonable person you're speaking with anymore. And a lot of Republicans are not reasonable. They try to say that the left is unreasonable, but no. If we were meeting with communists, what would they say? I'm not talking about communist world leaders who you have to meet with. If you were just having dinner with communist members, what would they say? So these people, Nick Fuentes, he said that weekend he was going to give, and I quote, the most racist, most anti-Semitic, most sexist, most anti-immigrant, most anti-LGBTQ plus speech ever in American history. And you invite him in for dinner after he posts that on social media? That's Ye's friend. I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah, it would be interesting. Ye versus Trump. I think Ye could win the nomination. I really do. And then you say, what would the Republican Party do? The people in D.C. They would do what they would have to do. They'd have to defect. Look, even Minority Leader Mitch McConnell would not vote for Ye for president. He might even do something that I don't think any minority leader has ever done. He might endorse the current president. He definitely would not support Ye. He doesn't even like Trump. What do you think the rank and file members would do? They wouldn't endorse Ye, that's for sure. That would be a catastrophe for the Republican Party. They'll do whatever is necessary to stop it, but that didn't work so well in 2016 now, did it? And when it's a head-to-head fight between Ye and Trump, you're going to see on the debate stage that Trump doesn't have it anymore. He just doesn't have it. You saw it at the announcement ceremony. They had to bar the doors shut. People were asleep. They said it was boring. Now Ye is anything but boring. And one of the ways that Trump made himself a name is the debates. So when he's debating Ye, you're going to clearly see the difference. Trump is going to be off foot a lot by what Ye says. I mean, it's so preposterous what that man is saying. And it's preposterous what Trump has been saying. But the comparison and contrast is going to be something I don't think Trump can even survive. And I think that's what Ye knows. Could Ye become president of this country? Anything is possible. The country elected Trump. If you elect one clown, you can elect another clown. They're equally as clownish as each other. That's why they claim to be mutual friends. For all you know, Trump could have invited Ye and told him don't run. And he says it happened the other way. Ye reached out to him. You don't know when you're dealing with two crazy narcissistic individuals like Ye and Trump. You never know. Both of them think they're the most brilliant individuals on the planet. And both of them are crazy as shit. And they take crazy as shit to be brilliance. I take it as crazy as shit. Let's talk about violence. Would Trump supporters get violent towards Ye supporters? Would Ye supporters get violent towards Trump supporters? Well, aren't both of them espousers of violence? You know, what makes you think that people who support Trump and people who support Ye, and because their agreements and policies are along the same line, what makes you think when they start campaigning and attacking one another, their supporters won't do the same? Look, the campaign will be nasty and brutal. Whatever Ye throws at Trump, Trump is going to throw something back at Ye. You didn't hear the screaming match at Mar-a-Lago, thank goodness. I can tell you. It wasn't good. That's eventually going to seep down to their supporters. What starts off as a mutual friendship now becomes a rivalry. And look, Trump and Ye are not friends. This is what people have to understand. When you're that narcissistic, egotistical, and crazy, you don't have any true friends. They're acquaintances who try to use one another to get something from each other. They're both users of each other. Now, what happens when a user no longer needs another user? Well, that's when it gets messy. Ye doesn't need Trump anymore, and Trump doesn't need Ye anymore. So it's going to get messy now. It's going to get really messy. And their supporters are not what everybody thinks they are. They're not best of friends either. Nazis don't exactly like evangelical Christians. Nazis don't like anybody. And Ye is a real Nazi. He's the real deal. Trump, yeah, he's a Nazi too. But he's an old Nazi. And you know, once you get old, you always have younger people that want to come up in behind you. Try to dethrone you, take your place. Happens all the time. But do I think Ye and Trump supporters will fight one another? Absolutely. Absolutely, yes, I do. Trump and Ye might get to fighting on the debate stage, one another. I mean physical, I'm not talking about verbal. They might get to swinging at each other. These two are unhinged. That's what the American people don't understand. These are unhinged individuals, deeply unwell. If you had an insane asylum and you were trying to secure really, really crazy people, they would be in there, in a room by themselves. Nobody else. They can't be placed in general pop with the rest of us. That's what you're dealing with. Oh, when it comes to campaign rallies, both will be able to draw crowds. Trump will draw his crowds. Ye will draw his crowds. Now, what's going to happen when the Trump supporters come to a Ye event and the Ye supporters come to a Trump event? You think they're going to be nice? They're not nice people. See, this is the problem. When you're full of hatred, it's easy to turn your hatred onto something else. Yeah, they hate me, but they hate everything. They're going to be haters of each other. Trump is going to say, my rally crowds are bigger than Ye's. Ye is going to say, my rally crowds are bigger than yours. Go back to the dick measuring contest. It's a pissing contest with the two of them. They're crazy. Deeply unwell individuals. So the rally sizes are going to mean something. How much money the campaigns raise are going to mean something. Trump will say, I'm able to raise millions of dollars. Yay. You're not able to raise any money. Ye will say, I'm going to give myself some money. And plus, I'm going to be able to raise a lot of money. And Ye will be able to raise a lot of money. I'm telling you this. I think he'll give Trump a run for his money. Because all the wealthy, big-time Republican donors are not going to give to Trump. They're not going to give to Ye either. So that means he's got to fight for the online small donors. Ye is going to have the Nazis. And they got money too. Trump will have the evangelicals. They got money too. It's going to be a tight money race. Nazis versus evangelical Christians. Who can donate the most to the Nazi of their choice? Oh my. Crowd size money. Loyalists. Who are the loyalists for Ye and Trump? Trump doesn't have very many loyalists left. Not at all. Ye has folks who he thinks are loyal to him. But a user can never really have loyalists. I want you to understand this. Because everybody knows that you're a user. So you're using them. And they know that when it's convenient for you, you'll dispose of them. Like Trump has done to Ye and like Ye has done to Trump. Both dispose of each other. They can't use each other anymore. So if I'm a loyalist to either one of them, I know that they'll use me and discard me. Look at what Trump did to his whole entire campaign cabinet. Called them idiots, fools, dummies. And these were the people he hired. He couldn't use them anymore. They couldn't play their acting role for him. So they were disposable. Ye is the same way. Balenciaga is garbage. Adidas is garbage. Now, when he was using them for designs, they were everything. But now they're garbage. You know, he's supposed to be a good businessman too, right? Tell me why he didn't get paid a penny by Balenciaga for years after investing millions. He said this in an interview. I invested millions in Balenciaga. Care to venture how much they paid me? And the dude was guessing, and he said 0. Ye told him 0. They paid me nothing, and I gave him 15 million. Does that sound like a wise, good businessman to you? To invest 15 million of your money and then get nothing in return? See, Trump and Ye are both supposed to be good businessmen. You got the art of the deal guy who ruined the American economy. And you got Ye, who for years didn't get paid while he was investing in a company that he was apparently working for, but not getting compensated. Two dummies masquerading as intelligent. No, they're intelligent to you people. They're stupid to us. Very stupid. So it's a battle of the dummies. Ye versus Trump. Dumb, Dumb, and Dumber 2024. You know, I saw it. It was a sign that said, "Let's go Darwin." Instead of saying, "Let's go Brandon," which is a slight against President Biden, it said, "Let's go Darwin." I chuckled so hard. Man, I'm telling you. It really is in December going to be "Let's go Darwin." That's two dummies there. Herschel Walker should announce he's running for president too. You're gonna have 3 dummies. Why not? He's another dumb idiot that Trump is friends with. You know what Ye should do? He should go down to Georgia and campaign for Herschel. I hear Trump can't go. But Ye, maybe he can go. Man, that'll be exciting. Trump and Ye. If Ye goes to down there and campaigns with Herschel, Trump is going to go. He's going to say the hell with what they say. And you know, former President Barack Obama is going. And Ye thinks he's smarter than Barack Obama. So you know he wants to one-up the former president. And Trump hates Barack Obama. So you know he wants to go down there. I say let them both go down there. Ye and Trump. How about Herschel? He wants to be a fake police officer and a werewolf. Anything but a United States Senator. They're out of touch with reality, the Republican Party. Then they wonder why they lose. Nobody wants this clown show. They want it to be over with. They cannot get rid of Trump. Because now they created Kanye and Nick Fuentes and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert. They've created more monsters because they allowed one into the room. Ye versus Trump 2024. Trump is going to say, make America great again. But Ye is going to say, wait a minute, you had 4 years to do it and you didn't make it great. Oh, I'm telling you, he's going to come at it. But what is Ye's slogan? Bring back the Bible again. Be Christian again. Say Jesus again. You know, Ye said slavery was a choice. But he didn't say whose choice it was. He just said it was a choice. Way to state the obvious, slavery was a choice. Yes, it definitely was a choice. People definitely chose to have slaves in America. So I guess he wants to bring slavery back. You know, Nazis love slavery. They love internment camps. We know this because Americans liberated Buchenwald and Auschwitz. So we know Nazis put people in internment camps, tortured them, genocided them, raped them. We kind of know that. Sounds like America at the very founding, right? They want to make America great again. Boy, oh boy. Ye and Trump. But you got to think about it. This country, with the history it has, and everybody knows what it is, nobody feels sympathetic. They're like, what do you expect in a country like this? You gotta think, only in America can you produce Trump and Ye. Two crazy narcissistic Nazis. The narcissistic Nazi primary, 2024, Ye versus Trump. Who can be more Nazi and who can be more narcissistic? You know they're gonna say, I, me, 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 me. Have you ever heard either one of them talk about anyone besides themselves? Tip, that's how you can determine who is and isn't a narcissist. They only focus on themselves. Forget we the people. It's going to be we the ye. We the Trump. Your favorite president. Yours truly. Who made him our favorite president? He did. Who made Kanye Ye? He said he's Jesus because he sang Jesus Walk. As though nobody used the name Jesus before him. These are narcissistic men. America, you're producing the worst type of men. I would say stop, but it is what it is.